The Abbey Yung Method, but for wavy hair. Let's go. Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're brand new here, hi, my name's Courtney, and I talk all things wavy curly hair, healthy hair science. If you are interested in embracing your waves and curls, figuring out the easiest way to get the best hair of your life, that's what I like to do. That is what I am doing my best to help you with here on the internet. And last week I totally betrayed my wavy curly hair roots, pun intended. I tested out the Abbey Yung Method. Gasp, how could I? The betrayal. It's terrible. Just kidding, it's actually not terrible at all. The reason I'm making such a silly joke about this is back in 2018, when I started learning all things wavy curly hair, like really diving into the best way to care for waves and curls, there was this really, and I mean really staunch idea that you simply could not ever use heat on your hair. You could not use brushes. You could not use, sulfates, silicones, and drying alcohols. Like if you did any of those things, you were doing it wrong and you should be canceled, banned, fired. You were not allowed to call yourself a curly girl if you did any of those things. And last week I totally did all of those things in following the Abbey Yung Method. In case you haven't seen Abby, you should totally go check her out. I really love how her brain works. I feel like our brains kind of work similarly. We use like very step-by-step logical thinking when approaching hair care. Like no fluff, we don't just listen to hype, or we try not to. I definitely got sucked into some curly hair hype along the way. It happens to the best of us. But taking a step back from all the noise, really analyzing what we're seeing in front of us, paying attention to small details, and minimizing damage in every step of the routine that we possibly can, I'm with her on that. I feel that. So I did follow her routine step by step as best as I possibly could last week. And y'all seem to really enjoy it, but a bunch of y'all wanted to see how the routine would work with my wavy curly hair spin on it. So this is not going to be a super to the T, to the letter, faithful Abbey Yung Method. This is the Swavy Curly Courtney adaptation of the Abbey Yung Method. You'll notice that I'm not using a lot of her product recommendations. I have swapped out products, but what we are trying to do is follow the outline that she has laid out, because there are some details that Abby throws into her routine on a regular basis that I do think make an absolutely incredible difference for anyone with waves and curls. So first things first, we're going in with a pre-shampoo treatment. I have loved doing a pre-shampoo oil treatment on the hair for a really long time, and this one from Jessie Curl is a great option to throw in right here, because the first ingredient, is coconut oil, and that is an ingredient that Abbey Yung really praises a lot. You're gonna grab a lot, and in my mind, that's a lot. You may be looking at that going, that doesn't seem like a lot, Courtney. But for years, I have been talking about only using about 5 to 10 drops. That was way more than 5 to 10 drops. And you can see that I've kind of worked it on my hands and in between my fingers, and I'm gently combing it through my hair like so. I'm gonna part my hair, split the hair, make sure that I am applying it like underneath and on top. You don't want to just get it on the canopy, you want to get it inside the hair, if that makes sense. Another option that is really amazing is the Mielle Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. You could use this as a scalp oil, but honestly, it's got some really nice ingredients in it, and it will work just fine on your mid-lengths to ends as your pre-shampoo treatment. I just happened to grab the Jessie Curl because it had some coconut oil in it. Now I'm going to let this sit. Oh wait, no I'm not. I want to brush it through. I like brushing my hair, dry detangling my hair before I go in and wash it, especially after I have applied my pre-shampoo oil treatment. I'm not sure how much I'm distributing the oil through the hair at this point, but it feels like I'm increasing the distribution of the oil, at least somewhat. Then I'm going to put my hair up Hold on, do I have a claw clip? I have a claw clip somewhere. You know what? We'll call this good. Don't ask me where I got this. I don't remember. If I had to guess, I would say I got it from the dollar store, because the dollar store has some really good clips. All right, I'm gonna let this sit in my hair for a bit and then we'll move on to washing. All right, I have let that sit in my hair for just a bit. Abby leaves hers in for roughly 30 minutes. I think she's left it in overnight as well. I am just fine with you leaving it on overnight. What I am not okay with is you leaving it in your hair for days on end, but 30 minutes minimum for best penetration and protective goodness. Now we're gonna get the hair nice and soaking wet. Then we're gonna go in with the Shea Moisture Anti-Dandruff Shampoo with Salicylic Acid. Abby is very intentional about her scalp health. So that is one reason that I'm grabbing this shampoo. Also, Abby is very, very pro clarifying shampoo. She is not anti-clarifying shampoo. She's very pro scalp health. I believe she is a certified trichologist, so she has studied scalp health and hair health, which is really, really cool. Now, if you aren't struggling with like scalp issues, you don't necessarily have to grab this one. Something else that you could grab could be the Wavy V&Co shampoo and conditioner. I really like that one from the drugstore. I also really love the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Bond shampoo and conditioner, like their Curls Bond shampoo and conditioner. Also, did you notice what I did while I was chit-chatting? I took a little bit more shampoo, I split my hair into sections, and I target applied the shampoo on the places that I find it kind of difficult to get shampoo to go. Like, I really want all of my scalp getting cleansed, and if I could feel a spot where I'm having trouble getting the suds to travel to, I'll just apply shampoo right to those areas. Now, I am gonna really take my time cleansing my hair. I'm not going to speed through this process. I'm really massaging my scalp with the pads of my fingers, making sure that I cleanse every square inch of my scalp. All right, that shampoo is on the more clarifying side. My hair is feeling, I don't know if the camera picked that up, but it's feeling squeaky. It is squeaky clean right now. Oh, okay, I thought I had shampoo still in my hair. I got it rinsed out. It was just water. Why am I so weird? I don't know. Now I'm going in with the Shea Moisture Daily Hydration Conditioner. This one's incredible. I know it says daily hydration, but there's something about this conditioner that when I use it, it penetrates deep into the core of my hair's soul. And apparently I'm running out. Come on. I can see conditioner in here. Did my pump just decide to give out? There it goes. All right. Abby is not shy with the amount of conditioner that she uses. We are grabbing a goodish little glob right there, and we're applying from ends to roots. I'm going to apply it everywhere. I don't think Abby necessarily applies her conditioner everywhere, but I do. And the reason for that is that people with wavy curly hair tend to have quite a bit of frizz. P.S. I'm pretty sure that Abby's hair is at least wavy. I don't know why I rinsed my hands, but I did. Anyway, now I'm starting to very, very, very gently finger detangle with that conditioner in my hair. Anytime I'm like hitting a knot, I am not ripping through it. I am not ripping through the knots. I am just gently smoothing my fingers through my hair, allowing the knots to slide out. We're not being rough. And the reason that I detangle with my fingers is that I can feel things better with my fingers than I can with a brush. I'm just going to finish finger detangling. If your hair is on the more damaged side, you'll notice that doing a pre-shampoo treatment with oil makes, and previously detangling it before you get in the shower, will make detangling it with the conditioner so much easier. So if you've been really struggling when you finger detangle with conditioner, try the pre-shampoo oil treatment, let it sit, really detangle your hair well before you get in the shower, and then tell me how it goes. All right, now that my hair is thoroughly detangled, I'm going to even more evenly distribute the conditioner through my hair by brushing it through with a super gentle detangling brush. This one's from Bounce Curl. I think they've been out of stock of this brush for quite a while, and I haven't seen it come back in stock. The Unbrush is another option. I don't love that one, but I don't hate it. I like the wet brush, I like the Tangle Teaser. All of those brushing options are good if you go to the Bounce Curl website and you don't see this one. The main thing is that the bristles need to be super, super flexible. Now, another thing that was really, really popular when I first started doing the curly girl method, when I started styling my waves and curls, was a good old squish to condish. That is one thing that I have kind of stopped doing. Some days I will do it, but honestly, not often very much anymore. So now that I've got that really well brushed through my hair, also, that's how much conditioner is in my hair. There's a lot of conditioner in my hair. If your hair doesn't do that when you twist it, you didn't put enough conditioner in. So add more conditioner, then move on to this step, which is to rinse it out. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I only cleansed my hair one time instead of 2 times today, is that my shampoo foamed in suds really, really well, and I had maybe shampooed my hair yesterday. So I don't have a ton of buildup in my hair. I didn't need the double cleanse today because of the level of cleanliness of my scalp. If I go 2 days or 3 days without washing my hair, I absolutely have to double cleanse. But today, single cleanse was sufficient. Next step, leave-in conditioner. I really like this one from Curls. Is it Curls? Yeah, it's just Curls, and it's their Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner. Now, where a lot of people go wrong is they grab a ton of leave-in conditioner. Sometimes that's all you need. If you have a looser curl pattern, if you have a silky finish to your hair, if you have fine hair, please don't grab a lot of leave-in conditioner. It will weigh your hair down. Now, if you have coarse hair, extremely damaged hair, your hair is really, really strong and it wants to stick straight up to the heavens, like weighing it down is not your issue, then you can use more leave-in conditioner right here. But I use just a tiny little bit. I applied it mid-lengths to ends, and now I'm working it through with my fingers, finger detangling. My hair's already detangled, but kind of just smoothing it in with my fingers first. If there is a section, like right there, that feels a little bit more dry. Mine tends to be right here at the nape of my neck, because that's the part of my hair that like rubs on sweaters and shirts and whatnot. I will add a little bit more leave-in conditioner to that section, but the rest of my hair honestly feels really, really nice, really, really good. So now that we've got the leave-in conditioner in, you guessed it, I'm gonna brush it through for super even distribution. I brush my conditioner all the way to my roots. One, because I find that when I'm using silicone-free conditioners, I can take them all the way to my roots and my roots don't look greasy. And two, it conditions my entire hair shaft. And I find that I have less halo frizz, like the frizz right at my roots. All right, leave-in conditioner is applied. Now it's time for curl cream. And you're looking at me going, Courtney, you never use a leave-in conditioner or curl cream in one wash day. Guess what? This is the Wavy Curly edition of the Abbey Yung Method. And Abbey does something really smart. She layers her conditioning products. She highly strongly recommends you use at least 2 conditioning products per wash day. I just used 1 conditioner today. So I'm going to double up on my leave-in, leave-on conditioning products. Going in with the Curl Talk Curl Cream. Again, because of my hair type, I am not grabbing very much at all. Also, did you notice that very much like Abbey Yung, my leave-in conditioner and my curl cream both contained some proteins. Abbey seems to really like the protein in her hair care routine, so we're making sure to add some protein into this routine. Protein is really, really nice if you are working hard to maintain the health of your hair. Even if you have really low porosity and coarse hair, if you use proteins correctly, they won't make your hair feel dry and rough. But if you find that you are really struggling with products that contain protein, feel free to substitute products that are protein-free into your routine. Let me see. We've got the Kinky Curly Not Today Leave-In Conditioner, which is an excellent protein-free conditioning option. And for protein-free curl cream, I really like the Bounce Curl Cream. It's very good. It's really, really good, but it's very rich. So use with caution, okay? Oops. I feel like this section right here needs a little bit more conditioner. I didn't check it with the leave-in conditioner first. So grabbing a T90 bit of leave-in conditioner and a T90 bit of curl cream and getting my hand wet, smoothing the leave-in conditioner and curl cream together and target applying it on my dry areas. Just right there at the nape of my neck. All right, now it's time to evenly distribute the curl cream. So I'm gonna brush that through with my brush. Can you hear that there is no ripping, no tangling, no snarling? I am not pulling my hair. There is no pulling, there is no tension here. The hair is just falling out. I am not damaging my hair by brushing it when it's wet because of how I'm using my tools. You can damage your hair really badly if you brush it while it's wet, if you're not being gentle. I have some more thoughts coming soon on that topic. All right, now it's time to organize my curl clumps, define my curl clumps. I'll be using the Bounce Curl Clump and Define brush for this step. I'm gonna really brush the hair away from my face and turn the brush on its side so that the hair runs through this side of the brush, really defining those curls or waves. Pulling the hair off the sides of my head so that my hair doesn't stick straight up right here. I want it to fall this direction. It creates the illusion of root volume without the wonkiness. And then doing the same thing on the back of my head, really pulling the hair off the sides and back of my neck. And again, not pulling. There's not tension here. It's falling out of the brush. very gentle. I like to add one brush styling section right here at my crown. I have a cowlick right there, and it likes to do weird things, but if I just kind of organize the hair like that over my cowlick, it tends to sit better. All right, now I'm looking at my curl clumps right now. Another reason to style your hair upside down, you can look at things and see how they're doing. My curls are looking a little bit too stringy for my liking right now, and an easy way to fix that is, there we go, add just a little bit more water to your hair. This is much easier to do in the shower. In the tub, I just have to turn on my water to like a tiny little stream, but if you're in the shower, you know, just duck your head over underneath the shower faucet. There we go. Okay, now are we seeing way less stringy? And you may be thinking to yourself, Courtney, you just rinsed out all of your leave-in conditioner. Oh, did I? Did I rinse out all of my leave-in conditioner and my curl cream? Why no, I did not. And that is because these products contain ingredients that magnetically adhere to the hair. If you rinse out your conditioner out of your hair, does your hair no longer feel soft? No, there's still conditioner left behind on your hair. My hair is still being conditioned. I did not rinse out all of my leave-in conditioner and curl cream. What I did do is use water to help my hair clump back together. All right, now it's time for stylers. And in the Abbey Yung Method, there's not really stylers. So I'm kind of sort of treating this like, I don't know, that you just have to style wearing your hair wavy curly. For me, it's because my hair is so silky and soft that the curls that I have now will literally fall out as it dries. The stylers help hold it in. I love this styler from the drugstore. This is For You by Tia. If you've used the Eco Slay Orange Marmalade, then you know how this feels. This is almost an exact dupe for the feel of Eco Slay Orange Marmalade. Oh, it smells good too. However, it doesn't have the same ingredients as the Eco Slay, but it just like really reminds me of it. Performs very, very similarly. To get this in my hair, I'm just gonna glaze it over the back and the front, like so. Then I'm going to scrunch and pulse the product into my hair. And like Abby, we're gonna apply our product in sections. So I applied the bulk of my product there. I'm grabbing some more, it's not a ton more product. I'm gonna turn my hair to the side, give it a little bit of a shake, and really apply it to the sides and back of my head. A little bit more. To the sides and back of my head. Scrunch it in. Oh, another really awesome thing about this particular product is it's insanely nourishing and hydrating. Like if you like kinky curly curling custard, I think you'll like this. This has a little bit more hold than the kinky curly curling custard. So same moisture, more hold. It's great. Now I'm going to really lock it in place so that it never moves with the Harry's gel. I think they've updated their packaging. I think it's blue now, but yes, this is men's hair gel. Feel free to judge me. It's the internet. That's what we're here for. This stuff is a really strong hold gel. Wow. Wow, it's never done that before, but I'm going to take my time smoothing it out because there we go. That's better. Yeah, now it's not doing that weird thing. It is like glue for the hair. It is men's hair gel. It is an incredibly hard hold gel that is alcohol free. That's one reason it became really popular in the curly hair community. It does smell like men's hair gel, but thankfully the fragrance does not linger. And you're just going to scrunch and pulse this into your hair until your hair no longer feels weird and sticky. Because you saw, that gel is sticky and weird. To get it to go into each of the curl clumps, you just keep scrunching. Gonna apply in sections and grabbing not a lot more, but a little bit more. Smoothing it on, hold on, there we go. Smoothing it on the sides and back. Other side, a little bit more. Sides and back. And there we go. Now I've got all the product applied to my hair. Now it's time to go plop. One moment. And much like Abbey Yung, we are using a microfiber towel to tie up our hair. This is the perfect hair care towel, but we're gonna be using the towel slightly differently. We're not just gonna willy-nilly wrap our hair up in the towel. Oh, nay, nay, my friends. We are going to take the hair and gently plop it down into the middle of the towel. That is where the term plopping gets its name. In case you've ever wondered, that's why we call it plopping. It's because we go plop with our curls. I'm just making sure that I don't have any like phone cord curls happening. Just kind of untwangling them. I cannot wait to get a haircut. My curls are so mad at me, they desperately want to be cut. In case you've ever wondered how I know it's time for a haircut, one of the things, not all of them, but one of the things is that my curls start doing a lot of like the phone cord tangled curl situation. And it's just because the ends are getting wonky because they need to be trimmed. Okay, I'm gonna leave this on my head for about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Well, I feel like I goofed. I thought about this and then I forgot about it and then I remembered it again. If you wanted to throw some heat protection into your routine, you could totally use the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Spray Leave-In Conditioner. You could sub out the Curls Blueberry Bliss Leave-In Conditioner for this one if you so choose. Or if you still wanted to use the Curls Blueberry Bliss Leave-In Conditioner, you could throw this in your hair before you did that. The Curlsmith Miracle Shield is a really good heat protectant. It protects from slightly more heat than this one. However, it doesn't add any conditioning to the hair. It doesn't, for me anyway, alter the outcome of my wash day in any way, shape, or form. It just adds that layer of heat protection. So, did forget that today. Oops. But it's not that big a deal because of how I'm going to dry my hair. Speaking of which, we should go ahead and move on to that. So, taking off the plop, this is what my hair is looking like. I am just keeping my palms open and gently kind of scrunching my hair all the way to the root, rolling my head to the side, patting. My hand is open the whole time. I'm not closing my hand around my hair just yet. I will, just not yet. Patting, because some of these curls get weird and stretched out and kind of wonky in the plop, and this is how I unwonkify them. Okay, there I just scrunched my hand, but back to patting. Because I'm not trying to remove any product or water from my hair just yet. I'm gonna go in with hairspray next. This is the Pacifica Big Waves hairspray. Oh, I just locked it. There we go. Thin layer of hairspray all over the hair. Now I'm going to scrunch that in using the wet part of the towel, scrunching that hairspray in. Now it's time to diffuse. And I personally really like to hover diffuse. Most of the time I set my dryer down on my counter and use both hands, and I scoop my hair up and allow the air to dry my mid-lengths and roots. I was about to say mid-lengths to ends. My mid-lengths and my roots first, and then once those are mostly dry, then I will go in and finish by pixie diffusing. So I am going to diffuse my hair and I'll be right back. All right, now my hair is 100% dry. As per usual, I followed my regular diffusing routine. Hold on, I'm distracted by how cute that is. That is cute to me. I followed my normal diffusing routine, which means that I didn't diffuse my hair to 100% dry. I only diffused it to roughly 90% dry. And then I let it finish air drying in the cast. So it did not get 100% dry just by diffusing. Okay, cool. Now it's time to do the last step in the wavy curly version of the Abbey Yung Method, and that is to seal our style. I will be using the Verb Ghost Oil as my sealer today. This is my favorite. I love this hair oil. I don't have a recommendation for one that's drugstore. I'm sorry, I just don't. I haven't found one at the drugstore that's as good as this. So giving my hair another quick little scrunch with that oil on my hands. This is breaking that gel cast and releasing the curls from their prison. I like to take this and work it in my roots. It's kind of hard to break the cast at my roots with my fingers. This is how I finish breaking the cast at my roots. I'm not like combing through my hair. I'm just, I don't know, running it along my roots a little bit, kind of lifting like so. There we go. And this is the final wash day result. Now, something you may be wondering about, especially if you've been following Abbey Yung and you're wanting to do this the wavy curly way, you'll notice in this video, I didn't just talk endlessly about bond repair. And that is something that Abbey really heavily focuses on. And that is because it is awesome for your hair. I love the K18 for curly hair as a bond repair treatment. I've loved it for a really, really long time. There aren't that many options that fit into a curly hair routine that I found that I really, really like. K18 I like. I like the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Bond Building Shampoo and Conditioner. Those are from the drugstore. Those are awesome. And then we've got the Curlsmith Bond Rehab Salve. Love that for bond repair in wavy curly hair. The thing is that in general, a wavy curly hair routine tends to be more gentle. Like we're not breaking as many bonds in the hair as when you are heat styling and coloring your hair. I know there are curlies who color their hair, they do it often, and they're gonna need more bond repair than somebody who does not highlight or color their hair at all, who wears their hair wavy curly. So since we are not heat styling and I don't color my hair, I don't find that we need bond repair as much. So there are a couple of options for bond repair if you want bond repair options for wavy curly hair that I personally like. But there you go, guys. That is it. Check out these curls. What? Like this is maybe the curliest my hair has been in a while. Look at this. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm a goober. I hope that this video was helpful to you. The Abbey Yung method applied to a wavy curly hair routine has a lot of the same principles as the Abbey Yung method for heat styling. We're just modifying our products a little bit, but we are really focusing on conditioning, gentle hair techniques, minimizing damage everywhere we can, and product layering. There's lots of product layering in the Abbey Yung method. There was product layering today. We used not one, but two leave-on, leave-in conditioning products, and we used not one, but two gels as our styler. Each of those gels does slightly different things. The For You by Tia is more hydrating with hold, and the Harry's gel is just straight hold, like really lock in the style. And we used a little bit of hairspray. We also sealed the style with the Verb Ghost Oil. So there you go. That is my iteration of the Abbey Yung method for wavy curly hair. If you found it helpful, please feel free to share this video with a friend. It does really help me out and I greatly appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up even if you hated it. I'd appreciate it, okay? Cool, thanks. And drop a comment down below of whether or not you think that this is something that you can do on the regular. As always, I sure hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day and I will see you in the next video.